So, is it delusional to not want to be in a 50-50 relationship these days? Is it? Okay, so I know, it's 2024, like inflation is crazy. Not everybody is making the big bucks. Just prices of everything. The cost of living is just ridiculous right now, right? It's ridiculous. Now, with that being said, me personally, I am I'm against 50-50 relationships. Now, I'm not saying that my man has to be paying 100% of all the bills while I'm paying nothing. Granted, that's a beautiful thing. If I don't have to worry about that, the only thing, is like, okay, your money can go towards, we can put your little bucks into our savings or, dates or trips or whatever the case may be. Put it into the kids, whatever the case may be. My money's not just, stacking up in my account while he's spending all of his money on our cost of living, on our life, our lifestyle, or whatever. However, I really think that the man, the head of the household, should definitely be paying the bulk of the bills. His percentage of the finances in the relationship should definitely be more than 50. Don't come on here talking about, okay, 51. No, me personally, 60-40 is cool. But I think at least like 75 and up should be what the man is covering. Now, listen, don't come on here chewing me out, okay? This is my preference. This is what I think. This is how I feel. Of course, everyone, you do what works for your relationship. Because who knows? Maybe I get with a man that's like, he, I'm cool with, like, okay, well, 50-50 works because, his finances and my finances, and it's like, okay, 50-50 works. I can't see that happening. But, you just never know, right? You can never say never is all I'm saying. Never say never. However, 98% of me is saying not happening. I just think that the man should definitely cover the bulk of the bills, because let's be real, like, you can't want a feminine woman. You can't want your woman to be the woman of the house, yet she is carrying half of the burden, when it comes down to the bills. And I know I hear guys say, well, what, if I'm paying everything, then what's she gonna be doing, just stacking her money? And me personally, I think that that's the problem right there, is because you're seeing it as me and her, or, you're seeing it individually. I think that if you guys are living together, you guys are one. So her money essentially is your money. Your money is her money. All of the money is going into one household. All of the money is going into one relationship. So what do you mean? So she just gonna be stacking her money? Like, what? There are other things that her money can go towards, not just bills. And let's get it straight. You were paying your bills before she came along, so why is it a problem now? Like, that's how I see it. It's like, you're paying 100% of your bills, and you bring this woman from her home, from the comfort of where she's at. She's covering her stuff, she's paying her bills, she's taking care of herself, doing what she has to do, and you bring her into your space, and now you're saying, okay, now we gotta go half, we gotta go 50-50. Baby, we're roommates at that point. Listen, and when I say roommates, that means I'm bringing whoever I want up and through here, okay? Listen, you're not going to tell me what to do. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You're going to do your thing. I'm going to do my thing, because 50-50, who's leading? Because you're not. You can't lead giving 50%. And I believe in the male, like, listen, my man is going to be the head of the relationship, the head of the household. I'm following his lead, and I can't follow your lead if I'm paying 50% of what you're doing, of what we have. Like I said, I'm not saying my man has to cover 100%. Would I like that? Hell yeah. But that's not what I'm saying he has to do. What I'm saying is he just has to provide for the majority of the financial aspect of the relationship. So I guess, I guess I'm not really for like these modern men, because they're the ones that are like 50-50. They want somebody that's going to go 50-50 with them. And then they say, well, if I'm paying all the bills, what are you spending your money on? Dude, what? What? Like, does living stop at like the bills? Like, do you pay for nothing else outside of that? Like, hell, I'm even cool with if my man is paying the bulk of the bills and I cover things like groceries. I don't mind. I can do groceries, expenses for the kids, things like that. I'm good with that. That's not a problem. We're just not going to say, okay, it's the first of the month, I need your half of the rent or your half of the mortgage. Okay, the light bill is due, I need your half. Like, we're not doing that. That's not what we're doing. We're not doing that. And if you do want to do that, you just have to find a woman that is okay with it, because there are some women that are okay with that. Some women are okay with that. Me personally, I think the ones that are okay with that, I think it's because they either, one, they saw maybe their mom, or they just saw a lot of women that did that whole let the man pay the bills, and she didn't have to really contribute financially to the relationship, and the woman probably was like effed over at the end, left with nothing, or she was controlled by the man because he paid all the bills. There's just so many different reasons why I think women that say they are okay with doing 50-50, I think that they just tell themselves like, no, because it's it's a partnership type deal, and we should both be putting in 50-50 type deal. I honestly think it's only because I think it's like a sort of like a defense mechanism. Like, if I only give 50%, I'm not setting myself up with such high expectations of this man, or I'm not putting myself in a certain position to where I have to depend on this man. And also, I don't see why people think that just because the man is paying all of the bills, why do you feel like you're now depending on him? Like, are you not still working? Even if you're a housewife, like, can you not start like a little business to do something on the side to bring in, some kind of income? Like, there's so many different, especially now, 2024, there's so many different avenues to where you're not literally like dependent upon this man financially. There are so many other things that you can still do, even if you're not working like in the corporate world or working a 9-to-5. There's still so many things you can do to bring in money. But I really just think that they saw something, or they just put it in their head like, no, I can't relinquish that control, that control factor or whatever. But like I said, men, y'all need to be paying more than 50-50. No 50-50s over here, okay? 75% up is what you should be doing if you want to be considered the man of the relationship, the head of the household, the leader. Because you can't be a leader if your woman is covering half of the job. You're not a leader at all. And yes, we're going to be partners in life, but financially, you leading, baby.